How's it going, everybody? This is EK1Gaming here, and today we're bringing you another hunter build. Now, this is a hunter invis build, which is a must-have for those GMs, especially Lightblade. We know Lightblade is a pain in the ass. So, if you want to do this super fast, super easy, and get through most of this where you're invis, follow along with this build. Now, if you do enjoy this build, of course, as usual, hit that subscribe button, hit the little subscribe notification bell, and then also leave me a like. Let's see if we can get this video to 300 likes. We've had a lot of good support on our past build videos, so just let me know in the comment section below as well if you're using this build. This is not the normal build that people are running. There is a meta like Omnioculus, but with this, we've gone a little bit different on this. So guys, with that being said, let's get straight into the build breakdown. So we're of course running the Night Stalker, which is Void, with Mobius Quiver. We're going to go for Gambler's Dodge. So dodge to perform a death tumble, avoiding enemy attacks. Dodging near enemies fully recharges your melee ability. So if I dodge near somebody, I get it straight back again, which gives me unlimited invis. Triple jump, of course. Snare bomb, so throw a smoke bomb which attaches to a surface and pings enemy radar, weakens targets on detonation. This is also going to send us invis as well if we hit ourselves with it. And then we're going to go vortex grenade because that's going to last a little bit longer. It's going to do damage, and then which means we're going to get the procs from our buffs as well. In terms of aspects, we're going Trapper's Ambush. Now, activate quick fall to spend your melee charge and dive to the ground, creating a large smoke cloud on impact, which then dissipates. Targets caught in the cloud are weakened and allies are made invis. So basically you just do this slam on the ground and it makes you invisible, anyone around you invisible, and it also weakens the target. And this also puts our smoke bomb so we can make people invisible as well. So Trapper's Ambush is a must. And then we're going for Vanishing Step. So basically dodging makes you invisible. So this comes back into our Gambler's Dodge, where we dodge near someone, we're invis, and then we can dodge again and again and again, and we keep getting it back and we stay invis as long as we can. Fragments, we're going Echo of Obscurity. Finisher Final Blows, grant invisibility. This is important for those Hive Guardians because when you finish them, you go invis, and then when you finish their ghost, you go invis again. It just helps with getting that Lightblade down, really, because in terms of staying invisible, you need to do that, otherwise you are going to get wrecked by barriers and all sorts. Echo of Remnants, your lingering grenade effects, well, vortex grenade in this one, have increased duration. You can change this out. This is open, really, because I keep this on because I do use the vortex grenade and I like it staying there a little bit longer for a bit of ad control, but you can switch this out if you like. Then we're going Echo of Persistence. Now, void buffs applied to you, invisibility, overshield, and devour, have an increased duration, so it just increases our invisibility. So, weapon-wise, we are running Arbalist, which is good for those barrier champs. We've also got the Catalyst on this as well, so it gives it an extra boost. We're running the third Axiom, but any pulse rifle that is arc would do well, especially in the Lightblade GM. But any other GM, I mean, you can use Void. It just depends what the burn is in that GM to get yourself that extra 25% buff in damage. For me, I'm using this. It's got Feeding Frenzy and Rampage on it with Rampage spec. And then I'm using the Hothead again for Lightblade because it's a arc rocket launcher. You can use Reed's Regret or whatever you want, really, but again, just look out for that burn. So we're using arc for this one, but I will switch these out. It just depends what GM we're running. Like I say, just depending on the burn. Now, for the helmet, we're running the Twisted Echo Mask, which is the Artifice Armor. So you can get this from doing Master Grasp. This gives you the additional spot on the end here. We're going to run Strength on here. We're going to go for Harmonic Siphon, Kinetic Siphon, and then Reaping Wowmaker. So Reaping Wowmaker, after activating your class ability, your next weapon final blow on a combatant spawns a Void Elemental Well. This will come in just a second. I'll explain to you why we're going to do this. And again, with Harmonic Siphon, rapid weapon final blows with damage matching your subclass type create an Orb of Power. And also, rapid kinetic weapon final blows create an Orb of Power on there as well. And then we've got Psionic Forging. You can change this out. It just depends what you are running. But again, as long as if you've got Reaping Wowmaker, you should be good to go. On the arms, we are running Arc Gauntlets, which are Strength. So I've got a minor Strength mod on here. Reason being, and then I've got Unstoppable Pulse Rifle. And then I'm running momentum transfer. Causing damage with a grenade reduces your melee cooldown. And then I've got powerful friends on. And that is just because I didn't have really much to go for to get the high mobility on this build. So I just wanted to really go for powerful friends. And that's why I'm running momentum transfer. And this is really good as well, to be honest, to get that melee cooldown down a little bit so you can become Invis even more. Now for the chest piece, I am running something completely different to what other people run. Now people are running the Omnioculus and it's a great chest piece, don't get me wrong. For me, I run the 6th Coyote. The reason being you gain a second dodge charge. For me, that helps out a lot. You know, I'm really pushing to get Invis as much as I can, especially for Lightblade and GMs. I'm going to be Invis a lot of the time, especially when it comes to finishing and getting that heavy ammo for the team. We're running mobility on this. Linear fusion rifle reserves, but of course change that if you're not running linear fusion rifles. So if you're running rocket, just stick on rocket launcher reserves as well. And then I'm going to go for thermoshock plating, and that's because solar and arc damage is reduced, basically incoming damage. So you take less solar and arc damage. We're also then running Well of Tenacity, so picking up a Void Elemental Well reduces the damage you take from combatants for a short period of time. So we're really utilizing this to keep us alive, because we have really got low resilience, but we don't really need high resilience on this build. But that's basically what's going to keep us alive, the stacks, you know, the debuffs that we're going to be running. Now, the leg armor, we're running the Twisted Echo Strides again, so we're going to go for Artifice armor. I'm not running all Artifice armor on this build, but there is some of it on here. And these are going to be solar. Go for strength. Innovation reduces grenade cooldown each time you pick up an orb of power, because we're generating orbs of power by doing kinetic damage or kinetic kills. So this reduces the grenade cooldown. And then we're going to run recuperation, replenishes health each time you pick up an orb of power. It's just handy if you are Invis and you're still getting tracked, just to run around and, you know, pick up some of those orbs to get your health back. And then we're going bountiful wells. Elemental well mods that cause you to spawn elemental wells can now stack. Spawn an additional wells for each additional copy of the mod you have equipped. So this is really important to have as well. And then because it's the Artifice armor, we have gone for rocket launcher scavenger. So we get more rocket launcher ammo, even though it's not necessarily needed, because when we do the finishes we are going to get the heavy, but it's nice just to drop some from normal NPCs, you know, a little bit more often. And then we're going to go Artifice armor for the cloak as well. This is a stasis cloak. We've gone minor mobility mod. You can take this completely off if you like, but I just like to run minor mobility to get my mobility to 100. But you might have some better gear from the helm or somewhere. I just haven't had chance really to go and mid-max this build out, but it will be maxed out shortly. And then we're going to go utility kickstart. So when your class ability energy is fully expanded, you gain class ability energy. So it almost like starts reviving your energy as soon as it's got to full energy, if that makes any sense. So you'll always pretty much have your class ability. Then Lucent Finisher. Defeating a Lucent Hive Lightbearer or champion with your finisher spawns heavy ammo for you and your allies. Honestly, this is a must-have if you're running this for your team. Only one person really needs this, but if you're that guy, make sure you've got this on. Go Invis, go ahead, run up to the Hive Guardians or whoever it is, or the champions, do your finisher, get everyone some heavy ammo. Then I'm running Elemental Light. This is open. I mean, you can really run whatever you like here, but I've got defeating a combatant with your super spawns an Elemental Well that matches your subclass energy type. So for this, it's going to be Void Wells, which is going to give us, you know, some damage reduction. And then I've got Overload Grenades. Again, you can change this, you know, if you really want to play around with it a little bit, you could select something different. The mods are open, and that's open. You can take that completely off and that completely off, and then change this to something like, I don't know, Suppression or Devouring Depths or something like that. You know, even Energy Vampirism, something like that. But for me, I've just gone for this because I find this more helpful. Now, all you're going to want to do is max out mobility, and then get the strength maxed out as much as you can. Like I say, this is not maxed out build. This is not, I haven't really tried to spec much into it. You know, I could get a little bit higher on these, maybe double 100 stats at least. Recovery, yeah, it does matter a little bit, so get that as high as you can as well. Resilience, really, to me, with a GM, I never really run high resilience because I feel like you get smashed anyway. And because of the debuffs we're taking, it'll be good not to have much resilience and just rather spec into that strength and mobility. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this build. If you did, leave me a subscribe and a like, and leave me a comment in the comment section below telling me what build you're running right now, you know, what you're going to run for the next 3.0, whether that's solar or arc. I think we've got an inkling it's potentially solar, so I do have some solar builds coming. One of those is a Titan solar build, which will be released later this week, so again, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out. With all that being said, take care everybody, stay safe, and enjoy the grind.